I need money. I need cash fast. Give me the bag. Give me the bag.
This is another RUR Media Productions. I am your host, Daryl. And as I said, if anybody can come up with a name, I think I got a name. I got a family name, but I think I got a name. May use it on one of these videos just to see who likes that. Don't get me wrong. I like it, but I don't like it. And it's a reason why. But I'm going to throw it out there one day. I'm going to be like, I'm your host, da-da-da-da, and then you're going to know it and you're going to hear it. I want you to react to it. But anyway, I'm not here to bully or intimidate. And if I use someone's content, it's going to be a fair use. On my mama, it's going to be fair use. I hope you like this content so you can give me a thumbs up and like it and give me a comment, because I know you want to give me a comment. And then if you do comment, could you please share the content? And then after you share the content, I really think that I just can get a like out of you. Now, if I can get a like out of you, I'm cool. If I can get a share out of you, I'm cool. If I can get a comment out of you, I'm cool. I would really hope that you would subscribe so that I could keep bringing you this content. Trying to be consistent, but it's tough because I work a job. So I don't work like a 9 to 5 hours like a lot of people, like just straight day shift. No, I'm a second shift guy. So I get off work kind of late, right? And then I don't go to work so early. So I'm kind of like people at work by the time I decide to go to work, and then you get off long before I get off. I don't really work overtime. It's not really a necessity for me because, my situation is different than most. So I don't necessarily have to work any overtime. I have a pretty decent job, so it's all good. But this enables me to do what I can as far as this blog / podcast, whatever you want to call it. But let's talk some issues today. We gonna get to it. Yes, we gonna get to it. The hot topic right now, it's crazy to me. You know what I'm saying? But the hottest thing going around right now is Pooh Shiesty. Now, I don't know if you're familiar with who Pooh Shiesty is, but I will hope that you are. And the other party involved would be Gucci Mane. Now, on one side is the perpetrator, Pooh Shiesty. On the other side is Gucci Mane, victim. Now, there's 2 other people I believe that are victims as well. Now, I don't have a dialect. I never really have a dialect written down. I just know what I want to talk about. I get to it. And then, I put these videos out because these are primarily edited videos. I have not gotten into the point of where I'm doing lives. And hopefully, at some point, I'm hoping I can get to the point of doing live. But for right now, it's not a big deal. But anyway, Pooh Shiesty robbed Gucci Mane. Let me say it again. Pooh Shiesty robbed Gucci Mane. Now, we must understand the backstory of Pooh Shiesty. Pooh Shiesty, not too long ago, within the last year, got out of federal penitentiary. The penitentiary. I just wanted to put a little twist on it. Penitentiary. You know what I'm saying? Make it sound fancy and long. Pause. But anyway, yeah, that's crazy. The whole thing set myself up. But anyway, Pooh Shiesty, within the last year, he gets out of prison for robbing. You know what I'm saying? The federal pen. And from what I understand, he's on probation. So, him being on probation, there are some stipulations to you being on probation in the feds. And from what I understand, he was in a halfway house. Not only was he in a halfway house, he had an ankle monitor. But here's the shocking part. Here's the shocking part. Pooh Shiesty and his dad and another, maybe a couple other acquaintances, they went from Memphis, Tennessee. Memphis, Tennessee. Over to Dallas, Texas. Dallas, Texas. Anybody know how far Memphis, Tennessee and Texas is from each other? There's a whole state in between them. Arkansas. If anybody's familiar. You got Memphis, Tennessee, which is on the west end of Tennessee. I've been through there a million times. Trust me. I used to drive trucks. I've been through there a million times. And on the other side of the bridge, you have Arkansas and a West Memphis. Not only do you have Memphis in Tennessee, you got a West Memphis in Arkansas. If you don't believe me, look it up. And you cross a bridge, and right there in Memphis, they have the Big Bass shop right there before you go across the bridge. On my mama. This is along I-40. Is it I-40? Yeah, I believe it's along I-40. So you're going through Memphis, and then you go straight through I-40, and then you kind of come down 30. Like when you get to Arkansas, you can get on 30 and take 30 southwest. It's 30 west, but it goes southwest. Takes you down through Texarkana and right on into Dallas. If you're not familiar. So he drove through the state of Arkansas, which is about a 5-hour drive through Arkansas. And then Dallas is probably another maybe 2 hours from the border. So he drove about 7 hours to get to Dallas, give or take. Could be 8 hours. You know what I'm saying? Give or take. Depends. So to have a meeting with Gucci Mane, because this man wanted out of his contract. The crazy part is, from the reports, and this is around the internet, I'm formulating this myself. It's not like I watched a whole lot of reviews. I just read the information. I watched a few reviews, but I'm not influenced. I just know that what went on in this case is rare, it's extreme, and it's stupid. Because like I said, he just got out of jail a year ago. And from what I'm hearing, he was on house arrest. And also what I'm hearing is he's at a halfway house. And this is all set up by the feds. He's on probation. And he drives from Memphis, Tennessee to Dallas, Texas to have a meeting with Gucci Mane. In this meeting, I guess it wasn't going according to his plans. So he pulls out a Draco. Anybody know what a Draco is? Yeah, that's the little short AKA handgun. I mean, it's, it's an AK and it spit fire. Yeah, it'll change your mind about a lot of different things. That Draco ain't nothing to play with. Anybody know what Draco translates to? Anybody? Anybody? Draco translates to dragon. And it spits fire like a dragon. Believe me when I tell you. Spits fire like a dragon. Anyway. So the negotiations ain't going right. So now he's being charged. Pooh Shiesty, his father, and some other guy, I guess his name is Big 30 or something like that. He was just standing by the door. He ain't have a gun or nothing. But because he was associated with these guys and went on this mission, now he's caught up. So now you got all these co-defendants. Pooh Shiesty, your dad, Big 30, and who knows who else. I don't know. I don't know the full story. I just know this is all I needed to know. His dad owned a car and also rented a car. Rented a car to go to Texas. Now, to anybody that don't know by now, if you don't know by now, if you don't know it by now, you will never, never, never know it. Don't worry. I'm not going to sing you to death. I'm going to tell you if you don't know by now. They have tag readers. Not only do they have tag readers, they have his ankle monitor. It can be tracked. It can be tracked. Nah, it's not broke. The feet ain't broke. That was me. That's how silly some people is. They don't think about the full consequence of their actions. They're just motoring along with their actions, thinking it's all good and it's all cool. And guess what? It's not all good. And guess what? It's not all cool. But let them tell it they think it's cool. So what happens? I'm going to tell you what happens. What happens is they're up right now for kidnapping and robbing Gucci Mane and a couple other people. Like I said, I don't need to know all the names. I just need to know the main characters. And the main characters in this case to me is Gucci Mane, Pooh Shiesty, Pooh Shiesty's dad. His dad, his father, the man that birthed him. And this Big 30 guy who was just standing by the door. He was a prop. And no weapons, no nothing. He just was the prop. You make sure don't nobody run, big boy. You don't need no Draco or nothing. You big. Bullet might hit you and might not do nothing serious because you're a big boy. So now they up on charges, and this guy has several co-defendants. Now, anybody that's familiar with the law knows that when you got all these co-defendants, they're trying to find the weakest one, because what they want, the police I'm talking about, the authorities, the feds, whatever, they want somebody to turn, because it's a much easier case if somebody turns. But at the same token, it's already an easy case. This guy was being tracked on his ankle monitor, the car. And they know that it was a rental car in his dad's name. They say that apple don't fall far from the tree. This is one of them examples. Pop, how you get caught up in this? I'm totally confused. Like, Pop, how you get caught up in this? You supposed to be chilling somewhere. Now you and your son gonna be chilling in the same facility. What is going on, people? What is going on? Somebody tell me. Because I'm trying to figure it out. Please tell me. These guys is up on charges, and Pooh Shiesty, I mean, I hear people saying he's going for good, like he's forever, but on some real stuff, he got a kidnapping charge, you know, and it's going to be a robbery charge, you know. It could be some coercion too. It could be some coercion because he was trying to get out of his contract. And he made him sign papers to get him out the contract. So that's coercion. You had the Draco out. Yo, sign these papers. Oh, no, it ain't got no date on here. I need you to put the date up on that thing. The dad overlooking at, oh, no, it ain't binding because, you know, like, what's going on? If you're going to do something that goes against the law, here's a suggestion for anybody. And I don't advocate going against the law. I don't. I'm not an advocate of that. You know what I mean? I'm not really an advocate of telling on people either. But what I'm saying to you is, if you're going to do something in life, period, not just a crime, but in life, period, you need to think it through first. Think about the pros and the cons and other things outside. You got to think way outside the box, because when the law comes down on you, it's going to come down on you. And it's going to come down on you. A lot of people do not realize when they in these situations, they don't realize when they're in these situations that when you sitting there doing the time, you're sitting there doing the time. Can't nobody do time for you. Because if that was the case, I pick somebody, yo, you do, come on now. Give me a break. You know what I'm saying? I probably would have committed more crimes. But nah, the law punishes based on your crime. Now, here's the sad truth. It's going to be even harsher, the punishment this time, because he went to jail for that already, robbing. And then you add kidnapping. Are you kidding me? Come on, Pooh Shiesty. You had a hot song on the radio. I was vibing to the joint. You know what I'm saying? Now, you get the hot song out and then that's it? Like, you about to get put away? Damn. I'm thinking you had a promising career. I'm thinking everything is cool. You're on the path to making money, going on tours, you know what I'm saying, getting your fame. And you take it and throw it away. For what? People sign contracts every day, B. But your people got to understand that when you sign these contracts, you put yourself in this contract. Please fulfill the contract. Can we start doing that? Can we just start fulfilling the contract? Can we do that, please? Anybody? Everybody? All of us? Don't get me wrong, it's bad contracts. But if you sign it, that's your contract. You can't be mad at nobody but yourself, because you put yourself in it. Please like, comment, subscribe, share, please. Like, comment, subscribe, share. Like, comment, subscribe, share. Like, comment, subscribe, share. Please. Because this is crazy, y'all. This is definitely crazy. This is crazy. And why? What then went wrong? What is the problem with society? People think, and I used to think this because I was young. I was young and I was dumb. That's what they say. You young and you dumb. And they really mean it until you get the knowledge that you need to carry on. But when I was young, I used to think things was different with us than our parents. It seems that way. You would think that things is different. But you know what changes in life? The only thing changes is the people. The rules is the same. They might even add more rules as you go along. Like you can't do this, you can't do that. Based off of situations, there's things that they're going to add to make it harder. But it's pretty much the same game, the same people, the same transformations, the same everything. The only thing changes is the character. It's the same movie, y'all. It's crazy because the old heads used to sit back and they could tell me my next move. Why? Because they made the same move. And I hear young people say, well, you wasn't there. I don't need to be there. I don't need to be there. I seen it before. I don't need to be there. So I say that to say this. His dad should have been the voice in his ear. But instead, his dad went along with the plan. That seemed crazy to me. That seems crazy to me. Now, you can say what you want. You can go about life however you like to go about life. But the bottom line is, you must think before you move, like the game of chess. Because if you don't, you're going to make the same mistake that the Shiesty one did. And that's not where you want to be. No, that's not where you want to be. I don't know how many people in prison got children, wives, girlfriends, whatever the case may be. But you being in prison, you're missing a significant portion of life. I don't care how long you're in there. If you're in prison 5 years, guess what? The city that you once knew 5 years ago is a different city. The clothing that you wore 5 years ago no longer exists. It's not in style no more. Even the people that you're going to come back home to is different in 5 years. So imagine doing a 15 or a 20 stretch. I didn't do a 15 or 20 stretch, and I'm glad I didn't. But the point is, if you do a 15 or 20 stretch, in that time people die, kids get grown and gone. There can be resentment that grows because you wasn't around for nothing important. You was only around for what you was around for. Nothing more, nothing less. That's my co-host outside the door. I'm in a room today, so I kind of locked him out. And he's outside whining, if you can hear him in the background. He's out there whining. It's no big deal. But anyway, just be wise in your movements. Just make sure you don't step on landmines. Just make sure that you understand all the possible outcomes. Although, we don't always think about all the possible outcomes. We only think about the prize. But sometimes even getting the prize is detrimental. So we need to think about our actions and think about the consequences. Because everything has consequences. And on that note, what we're going to do is get up out of here. And I hope you enjoy the content. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Keep me in the algorithm so I can grow and do better things. Enjoy your day, your night, your morning, your work day, whatever it is. Enjoy. I love you more than I can say. I hope we never ever go our separate ways.
I need money. I need cash fast. Give me the bag. Nigga. Give me the bag. Nigga.